Salam, shalom, all praises to the horizon, peace and wisdom. By Solid speaking. Thumb me, subscribe to the channel. Visit the website wiseservant.org, upscaleknowledge.org. Today I want to do this deep video on a one-on-one I just had with one of my students from Canada. And the discussion was on semen retention. He wanted to know some things about it in regards to fasting, like how does it fit into fasting? I'm not sure how to word it, but a lot of you guys are in the semen retention. The first thing, this is what I told him, the first thing you have to grasp is semen retention is an online thing. Has nothing to do with abstinence and your many different practices that go back to old times. Semen retention is an online topic, and so when you hear semen retention, be aware of who you're dealing with. So I was telling him, get semen retention, the word, out of your mind. I'm not telling you to get abstinence and these things out, but get that word out. You get it? Because that word kind of just represents some online babble. And in that, a person will get nowhere. Meaning, if I tell you, man, get into semen retention, so now you're going to go online, but you got a whole bunch of different people speaking about semen retention online. And so you have no clear path to learn anything about semen retention from that perspective. You get my point? You listen to this brother video, they have nothing to do with each other. It's a topic that anyone can just add their 2 cents on. It's an online thing. And so you're not never going to learn anything in regards to abstinence or fasting from sex and the purposes and point of it. You get my point? So I'm trying to explain that. Well, I wasn't trying, he was grasping. But I was explaining that to him. Kind of get that word out of your mind. Because with that word, a whole bunch of chaos, confusion comes with it. You get my point? Peace and wisdom, good brother from Nepal. And so I'm saying it from that perspective. I wouldn't care about whoever does semen retention videos. Try not to fall into foolishness. Grasp what I'm saying. The word comes with more than what, you get my point? You teach semen retention however you do. You know the other person, you don't know what they made. You get my point? Anybody can get online and do a semen retention video. In that, a lot of chaos comes with it. It's not just a simple thing like, oh, I'm in the semen retention. You can't just take what you want of a thing. Meaning semen retention is going to bring clutter to the brain. Being as though it's something that y'all have truly adopted from online. Before online, you got abstinence and other practices that go with different faiths, different way of lives, but y'all not learning these things. Y'all are learning different practices and ways of lives of people in a chaotic manner. Meaning y'all learning some Buddhist traditions, y'all learning some Muslim traditions, you get it? Y'all learning everything out of order and bringing it together, kind of fitting pieces of puzzles that don't even go together. They're all the same puzzle, different renditions of it. You're trying to merge different puzzles together, just put them all together. And that you can grasp them all. They all the same puzzle, you couldn't learn from either. Now, in regards to semen retention, I was explaining to him, you have to be aware that as a man, I'll get into women next, but as a man, you have to be aware that you're giving away something, like physically, of course, white Holy Ghost, but semen. You're giving that away. And so you want to be mindful of how much of self you're giving away, being as though there is no getting around that. Every time you have sex or masturbate, there's a releasing from yourself. And so in that, you're giving away some aspect of yourself. Now, when you're dealing with that white substance we call semen, that's what bring life forth. And so you already should have a brain to know, okay, that's my life. That's how you came into life. That substance is just that. It's for life. That's what it do. It make life come forth. It make egg cell turn into baby. You get it? Like that. So if you a man, when you ejaculating, you literally ejaculating out your life. Otherwise, what is that substance then? That part. It's your life force. And so you want to be mindful of how much of your life force you're giving away. If you want to look at it as something else, you could look at it as money, something that's meaningless. But still, like, you don't want to just give away all your ducats. That ain't gonna work. And so semen retention is like that way. And so it's the same with money. You don't want to harbor a lot of money. Put it to good use. And so look at your semen as that. It's jewels, but like, it's not about you harboring it, but we want to give it away for good use. It's seed. You get my point? If you throw seed everywhere, then you're going to get things growing everywhere. If you're loose with your pee-pee, you know, your seed thrower. So some of y'all got seed over there, seed over there. Like that. You've been planting away. Now, in regards to women in sex, they're the opposite, so they're receiving in. And so that's probably even more worse. Like, it's one thing to give away all you got. We're talking from the men's perspective. It's another thing to take in everybody else's junk. And so women got to be mindful of that in terms of semen retention, because semen don't have nothing to do with just the man. That's why I say get semen retention out the mind, put the mind more on an abstinence or a fasting from sex. Like I told y'all, I fast from sounds, I fast from food, I fast from water, juice, but it's only to see if I have a problem. You get my point? If I can go a day without something, then I don't have a problem. It's like the person that drinks on the weekend. They don't have a problem, they just playing games. If they can go 5 whole days without drinking and then they got all control, they just playing. Then you got the person that drink every day. They not. They got a problem. You want to be like that in life, where you just playing. Ain't nothing grafted onto you, where you got a problem. Meaning where you addicted, you get it? If you addicted to something that you can't go without something, then it has control over you. If it have control over you, then you have to grasp you the slave. Now, if you guys have any questions, y'all can ask too. Just type it in and I'll get to it. Like I said, I fast for those reasons. When you're dealing with semen retention, if you remove that word, then you know, women can grasp that they're a part of fasting from, in their case, receiving in. Like I said, men give away when they're indulging in those things. Women are receiving in. And so, it doesn't matter if it's, I don't want y'all to get lost on multiple people. You can have sex with your husband every day. You're still receiving in. You want to keep mind of how much you're bringing in. So it's the same for him. It doesn't matter if he's just having sex with his wife every day. He's still giving away of himself. You want to be mindful of that. It's all about moderation. This don't have nothing to do with loose draws. But if you do have loose draws, so you get my point? You're giving yourself away or you're receiving in, depending on if you're man or woman, from a whole bunch of stuff. You get my point? So that'll be worse. But it doesn't even matter if it's the same person. You want to be mindful of how much you're giving yourself away in that way. Of course, sex is just a physical expression of, you know, the feeling, the emotion. When one is lacking on the emotional side of love, then they reach for the physical expression of it. Meaning two people in a relationship and they have sex a lot, it's because they lack in love, meaning self-love. They probably feel like they lacking it from the partner outside of sex. This is the only time they kind of come on a even ground. Some of y'all in relationships like that. When you having sex with your partner, this is when you feel like y'all got your love thing going on. But outside of that, there's no connection. And so you and your partner need to be like how y'all pick best friends and friends. Like somebody you can be around every day. When you're dealing with spouses and things. So privacy parts is picked. Like things grafted around that. And so when you're dealing with semen retention, it's not about you getting lost and, hovering in, but finding a balance. It's a time for giving and it's a time for holding. Watch the animals. They don't just have sex they have sex in seasons. You know my point? Find your season. Like, of course, you don't have to live in those boundaries, but being aware. I don't want y'all get lost on like the slave mind circle. They are every Tuesday gonna have sex. I'm not talking about that. If you're having sex every Tuesday, that just means you have sex once a week, and so it wouldn't matter what day. You just be aware. Like, I'm speaking from that perspective. You just be aware of your once a week. It don't matter the day. The days is named. They all the same. It wouldn't matter. You get my point? Just be aware of that. If you have sex once a year, the day wouldn't matter. Just be mindful of your season. That's simple. Of course, like I said in the past, y'all will release in y'all sleep. So if you think it's about you holding in forever, so that's an imbalance. So you want to be able to give up yourself, and you also want to be able to refrain from that if you can. Now, me and the brother was also discussing bums. He was telling me he was king of the bums. Like he was top bums. You know how I say like a man's man? Now I say like some of y'all are bums. You're like a bums bum. So he was telling me like, yeah, I used to be a bums bum. Yeah, Silas, I used to be a bums bum, man, but so I was explaining to him. No one's a bum, but like people will step into it. People will wear the shoes of a bum. So when I say like bums bum, those of y'all that feel like y'all bummy, you get it? You get upset. You tell on yourself that you think you a bum. I was explaining to him you don't want to get there where you identify yourself as a thing that ain't nobody placed on you. When I say bum, I'm not speaking to any of y'all directly. I didn't classify what a bum was. You already have all of that in your mind, meaning you know what a bum is, according to you. In my saying a word, for some reason, everybody gonna defend what they view themselves as. If you feel like you a bum, that word gonna disturb you. If you don't feel like you a bum, you gonna laugh. Like that. Be mindful for your own self's sake what you are. I'll forget that. Then getting mad at Osir for the word bum, that don't mean nothing in regards to me. That just means you think you a bum. But I wasn't even talking to you because I don't know you exist. I never seen none of y'all. Like, all of y'all that's on here, I don't know what y'all look like. I don't know y'all. You get my point? And so if you get offended by anything I say, it's because you think you are the thing. And so you feel like you're being offended. You have to get the mind adjusted. That's why I say you have to have a conscious cleansing, spiritual cleansing. Because y'all walk around feeling like everything in life that y'all pretend y'all don't. Then y'all become disturbed when ain't nobody even talking to you. It's like I said, ain't nobody a bum. But so, obviously y'all would beg to differ. Otherwise, why get mad? what does it matter? And so I was telling them it's good that you can joke about it and say, yeah, I was a bum's bum. Because a lot of people can't. They think they a bum. They ain't gonna never tell you that, but you gonna see they gonna get mad. Like if you say man bums, they gonna get mad. You didn't say it to nobody specific, but everybody gonna defend what they think they are. And so you gotta make sure you view yourself highly. Meaning you have to, I don't know how to explain it. Y'all live by your own ideals in the daytime. Where y'all pull for the lower things. For some reason, this is high. Meek and humble to y'all is a high thing. This is a slave thing, though, truly, in all times of life. The meek and humble are the slaves. Now, a lot of y'all will say, no, I beg to differ. Because you were a slave. You still have not acknowledged certain things. You live in a whole system where you were a slave. You got a birth certificate, a social security number, meaning you got all the paperwork on yourself to let you know you were a slave. From your social security number, which is like a barcode number. Got your birth certificate, which is like a car title. You got the make, the model, all of that. That's you. You got everything for you to see you a slave. Y'all don't like to acknowledge certain things. But a lot come with these things. Meaning if you really a slave, then you got to grasp you done adopted a slave's way of thinking. How you going to adopt the opposite? Y'all think it's as simple as saying, I ain't no slave. Cool, you're not a slave, but you still are. And so you still going to have the slave mind. You could play games on your own self. And say, I ain't no slave. Okay, cool. But if you are a slave, or if anybody's a slave, you better know they adopted all slave ideals. What else they going to adopt? And so a lot of y'all don't realize that. You got a slave mind. You live by everything slaves live by. A slave had to be meek and humble if his life was dependent on it. He couldn't be proud of himself. That's how you get your back lashed out. Y'all live by things that make absolutely no sense to the point where y'all become scarred by it. Now I want y'all to take notice of this. I didn't say be high and arrogant. I said meek and humble is slave stuff. But half y'all brains went to the opposite. Like that. You don't have no balance, you're finished. You that other thing all the way, you're done. Again, I didn't say anything about anything else but that. But some of y'all mind done already went on a rant. In your brain, I just told you like be high and arrogant and full of ego. But I didn't say nothing about that. I said meek and humble was for slaves. We ain't getting to nothing else. Like that. Y'all scarred like flat earthers. Say, man, the earth ain't flat. They say, oh, here we go. We got a globe earther. I didn't say what shape earth was. I said, you stupid and earth ain't flat. How did you get all the way over there? Like, how did you get for speaking for me now? This is how a lot of y'all become. Y'all have whole conversation in your own head. You've spoken for the person in your own head. And so you don't want to get to that place where you disturbed out. This is what you call imbalance. Are y'all following what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all are suffering from these things. And the mind will play all kind of justification games. Meaning some of y'all will listen to what I'm saying and you think I'm trying to justify something for myself. Ain't nothing I need to justify for myself. You get my point? Everything got to do with the self. And so y'all ideals is all scrambled. Meaning y'all live out. And so when you're learning for out and don't even realize it. Meaning y'all learning to use what's learned out. Oh, this person's wrong. That person's wrong. This person's a fraud. The wisdom's for you. Like that. You gotta get this. You gotta get yourself to a place. Meaning, y'all gotta uncross y'all wires. Peace and wisdom, Alyssa Morton. Like I said, y'all have to get to a place where y'all uncross y'all own wires. Because most people, they try to learn through their disturbances, and you can't. Wisdom is an awareness of self and how tangled up the mind of self is getting. So, like I said, a lot of people are suffering from these things where, y'all running from self. Look at religion. Hopefully, no one takes offense. The fact that religious people take great deal of offense should show you they're scarred and hurt. Otherwise, what we talking about? Try it. Say something to a religious person about their religion. They act like they're wrong. They start getting all defensive. They don't like you no more. You say, damn, you ain't got no problem with the nigga that sell dope. You ain't did all that shit with that nigga. When I was selling dope, nigga, you ain't do all that shit. You wasn't mad at me then. I didn't have no belief system. I didn't even care. I'd shoot a nigga. You didn't say nothing. I was your partner. Like that. Religious people got gang minds. They conflicted. They think if you ain't in their religion, there's something wrong with you. They don't fully view everybody as having something wrong with them because something wrong with them. I'll say that again. If you in a religion, you truly wouldn't care what a person is if they in your religion. But if they ain't, then you look at something that's wrong with them. A Christian wouldn't accept a whole killing to the church and say, come on, we gonna pray over your soul and get you back into the blood of God, and they wouldn't give a fuck what you is. And if you fully all the way right, I can bring you in. But if you a different religion than they have a problem with you. That part. You're supposed to have a problem with a person because they ain't good. Not because they not down with the gang you want them. You get it? And so, it's like I said, when you're dealing with religions, most people in religions are evil. I'm going to tell you how. Please don't take offense. Religious people, they full of pains and scars and things. So having conversations with them is hard. If you're a religious person, you should already know that for your own self. But like I said, religious people, they running from themselves. That's what the religion is for. It's a safe harbor for the evil, for those fleeing the self. They know this too. They're not stupid. But we all play dumb. As long as there's others to play dumb with, you get it? Now, most of people that are in religions, they knew of the religion before they was in it. But they ignored it and they did whatever the fuck they wanted. One day they magically say, oh, I'm gonna be, you get it? Like that, lying, playing dumb, but they're running from something. You got a lot of prostitutes that come. You get it? Killers. It's always the evil that run to religion. They knew about the religion before they was evil, but they didn't care. They did all the evils until it became too much to bear. Then what they did is ran from the self to the religion because the religion say, don't worry about it. Jesus got you. In that, they don't have to deal with themselves. Now, they still haunted by themselves. The religion drag them into the lowest places of themselves. Meaning, if you start to look at motherfuckers in their church, you're going to see, like, man, these motherfuckers let they self go. They don't even care about they self if you really look at them. They let their whole self go. The pastor look good, though. If I'm lying, go down to the church house. You're going to see a bunch of old ladies, unhealthy people, all kind of weird, strange shit, but you get it? You're going to see the conflicted. Now, if you're in a religion, the gang member don't see themselves as bad. They will argue Charleston White down, even though he's right. He's a whole asshole. They will pull for that one piece to make themselves right. But overall, you get my point? Gang is a gang. Now you ain't never gonna hear a gang member say, no, we do more harm than good. So when that is fucked up, you're not gonna hear that. You're gonna hear the defending of it. It's always the same with the religious. They're gonna defend it, even though they know everything I just said is the truth. Otherwise, why they wasn't in the religion before? What happened? You didn't know about the religion before? Yeah, they did. They didn't care about it, and they still don't. They only care about the religion now because they can use it. Like I said, you're dealing with the evil. Who in the religion ain't in the religion for their own self? That part. Y'all join the religion to exploit the religion for the self's sake only. Y'all in the religion because whatever the religion promised y'all, and it tell y'all it's gonna wash away y'all evils. Y'all don't wash away y'all own evils and make amends for y'all own evils. Running from self. That part, you throw them fires up, let it be known. This that fire. I'm gonna dig in your soul here. And so religious people are evil. You walk in the church house, you're looking at evils in life. You're liars. They lie to self. If a person lied to they self, I don't think y'all know what y'all dealing with. You can't never lose sight of that. I don't care if the thing supposed to be good. It could be the greatest thing in the world. If it's a lie, and don't get lost, I ain't saying religion a lie. I'm saying y'all are liars. Because it's never been proven to you. Proof and truth go together. Not lie in wait. That go with belief, with the lie right in the middle of it. So y'all lie in wait on what y'all got faith in, not realizing you already got your truth. Are you lying and waiting for your God to come back? That part. You believe. The lie right in the middle. You that, right? You that. That part. Truth ain't belief. And a truthful person ain't a believer. Y'all think cause y'all religion say it is that it matter, but what matters is what makes sense. I can say anything, and that book could say anything, and that person could say anything. Now, apply it to the truth within self. Do it make sense? That part, no. Why would it? And so most don't grasp these things. Thank you for the gift back, brother. That's the brother that was doing a one-on-one. Honored to be. And so, you can't run from self. Get my point? Most of y'all in the religions for that. Running from yourself. It's like I said yesterday with the day before, where I said people make like bum circles, but they call it like natural. We natural. We don't comb our hair and take care of ourselves. Ain't got nothing to do with natural. That got to do with bumming. But you get my point? They creating the environment where they can be a bum and not have any of the resistance within self for being a bum. You have a whole bunch of bums, then it don't seem that bad. You could stay a bum forever. Religion like that. It's not a person in the religion that will be in the religion if nobody else was. Now, they'll all tell you, I would, but they liars. You know they liars because they didn't make up the religion. So who the hell gonna be a part of something that it don't even exist? They didn't make it up and nobody did it. Again, if nobody was in a religion, none of y'all will be in it. I know that. Because y'all in it because y'all followers. Meaning y'all in it because somebody told y'all about it. And y'all follow the world. And so if you about to tell me, no, I would be in religion if nobody else was in it. You a liar, like I said from the beginning. And you gonna say anything. Because that's what a liar do. Don't talk around and avoid himself. Like that. A lot of y'all fall into that. The religion only good because it's a worldly thing. Meaning the world said it was good. And that's all you got to stand on. But outside of that, everything I said besides that, the whole truth. You got people in religion that's evil people that did bad things. And you got people in religion that's just full-blooded, weak-minded followers. They was born into it and they don't know nothing but that. Just weak-minded. They know they weak-minded. Like that. Y'all accept. It's a deep thing. You don't want to accept things on yourself. But meek and humble is for slaves. Religion is a slave harbor. Only people in religions in the past were slaves. Who else? I'll wait. I'm going to keep talking while I wait. But that part. And so religion was made for evils. You got to look at a thing from what it is. What was religion made for? For sinners. Tell me I'm lying. It don't say like the religion was made for the good. Sinners come to religions to clean themselves. The religion is the sin cleaner. If you've done wrong, come give yourself over to God. You get it? That's what it's for. And so that's all you got. Is your ex-evil running from self. Now, who in a religion took responsibility for their actions or whatever they're running from? None of them. God gonna take care of that for them. And so it's just like I said. You talking to a Christian, you say, man, why do you follow a religion that believe in the killing of God? That part. They got no answer. They're gonna start to play mind games on you and get mad with you. Never explaining or acknowledging, hey, you might be right. I never looked at that because I didn't make up the religion. I'm just a follower. That part. The religions say don't be a follower. But y'all skip over the parts that y'all measure up to. It's like I said, it's just for evil people. If you're not evil, then you got to acknowledge certain things. Or if you're not a liar, then you got to acknowledge certain things. And when you acknowledge them certain things, then you get a crystal clear perspective of what is. Meaning a lot of y'all scarred, like I said. You tell a flat earther, earth ain't flat. In his brain, you just said it was round. But you didn't say that. You just told him what he was, which is retarded and earth ain't flat. Same with Christians. That part. In their brain, I'm the reverse of whatever they view themselves as. So they good, so they say Saul's evil. He teaching evils. I didn't say anything I was teaching. I'm talking about y'all only right now. That part. That part. Evil. You get my point? In the beginning, the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And it was dark and black. Y'all know the exact words. Well, y'all don't read it, but this is the beginnings of the devil. If you say, no, it's not, you're a liar. That part. That's the devil's start. When the devil was kicked out of heaven and thrown into the abyss, your book start. In the beginning, God made the heaven and earth. In the Spirit of God. I'm going to say that again. In the beginning, God made the heaven and earth. And then the Spirit of God, meaning the substance of God, not God Himself, but this lesser thing of God, the Spirit of it, was hovering in fucking hell, all nothingness. And He said, let there be light, because I'm Lucifer. Everything I just said is 1,000,000% truth. I know the Kabbalah, I know all the ancient texts, these 66 books derived from. Everything I just said is the truth. The book is about the devil and all the worshippers of it. And the book tell you it's about that. That part. It say God called all the angels and the devil came. He said, what you want? Oh, it's coming here and from earth. Why the book keep talking about the devil? That part. The book got to do with the devil. There ain't no God in terms of what y'all got a God as. Y'all have this thing when y'all say there's a good God and a bad God. There's just bad. And it's gonna be God. And then you just got everything else. Meaning bad and balanced things gonna want to raise themselves above others. This is where you get dominance. So it tell you, like, the devil want to raise himself above. God is above. So it's taking you through it to explain to you how God is truly created from ego. In the beginning, this shit had nothing. He said, let there be light, and then the ego grows. But it's all starting from nothing. From one that wants to be the Most High. That part. The book is about the devil, which is God. Or the book is about Satan, which is God. And then you just have life. Meaning you have life, and then you have those that's going to get lost in thinking it's their job to be the dominant in it. This is your kings and whatever forms of orders you fall under, where there's somebody at the top. That's God. Those that get lost in their dominance, those that get lost in wanting to raise themselves above others. Outside of that, you just got everybody else. Meaning God and the devil is the same thing. The dual nature of a lost thing. But, get my point? Outside of that, standing in front of my dude. And so, kind of try and grasp. A lot of y'all get lost in the religions. Y'all view it as a good thing because it's a worldly good thing. But so, like I said, most in religions is running from they self. And so when you start to run from yourself, you let yourself go. That part. And so life is to be lived. A lot of y'all need to get a real perspective of things. Like I said, most people, you get lost in the life, then they look to run from the self and find something that's going to, harbor them and hide them. The religion becomes that. You got a bunch of fake people that fakely don't judge them. It's a false love. See, Christians, religious people, Muslims, all phonies. If I'm lying, you go down to the Christian house and you tell all them Christians, all your buddies, I decided I don't want to be in the religion anymore, but I would still like to be y'all friends. But I believe in being a free spirit, and this is just devil worship to me. But I still love y'all. I want to still be cool with y'all. Like, they ain't gonna fuck with you. That part. They're all phony like gang members. They only love each other according to stipulations. That part. And so you can't build truth up and self up off phoniness and fakeness and pretending to the selfness. At some point, you got to acknowledge what is in regards to everything. These people be so loud. Now, if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. Masterpiece said beliefs suspends thinking. Beliefs lead to thinking. Thinking leads to a person being in la la land. Be aware, that's it. You don't need to get lost in your mind. Ain't nothing there but the past and the future. Two things that don't exist. The future ain't come yet. It don't exist. You made that up in your head. That part. You say, man, next week I'm going. Next week you ain't do nothing. Next week ain't come yet. You're thinking ahead. You're in la la land, meaning you're in a place that ain't even come yet. Same with the past. It's over with. That's done with. That movie's over. You're re-bringing it up. And so most people never live in their present. They're in their present, in the past or the future. Y'all be on dates and all kind of stuff like that. You on a date with a young woman, or she on a date with a nice young man, and thinking about work tomorrow and this from the past, and you get it? Y'all minds is never truly on the present moment and the enjoying of that present moment. It's all over the place, always. So most have to learn to stretch out the present moment. Otherwise, y'all get lost in y'all past and y'all futures, which is all make-believe stuff. Then y'all become disturbed. If the future don't turn out how you want, now you mad because you lied to yourself like you're wandering ahead and thought meant something. I'm going to be rich when I get older. Then you broke when you get older. Now you mad, but you made all that up in your head back in the day. That had nothing to do with the present moment. Had you been focused on the present moment, that part, you probably could have been rich. But you ignored the present moment and you just skipped ahead and said, I'm going to be this. Like that. Y'all don't live in the present moment. And so in that, y'all past and future can control every aspect of y'all present. Some of y'all are living out y'all past always. Some of y'all are living out y'all future, which is absolutely nothing because that's made up. Meaning you didn't get to the future yet. And when you get there, it's going to be the present moment. Because that's all you got. That part. You can think ahead right now all you want. When you get to that ahead, it's going to be the present moment. And you wasted your time. Or you wasted your present moment skipping ahead. That part. All you got is the present. Whatever happened 5 minutes ago is over with. You could focus on 5 minutes ago, but then you ruin your right now. That 5 minutes ago gonna become your 5 minutes ago always. You get my point? And y'all have y'all present moment. Y'all think in the past. In that, y'all bring the past into the present moment. Y'all never live the present moment. The past is the present moment, or the future is your present moment. Meaning y'all in the present or wandered off in the brain. And so kids don't have a wandering off of the brain problem. And so it's important that y'all don't give away y'all child natures. Meaning, child running around outside, all they know is symbols and signs like the street lights is on, I have to go home. The sun is setting, I gotta go in. They ain't concerned with time outside of that. Why do they need to be? They just living in the present moment, enjoying their life. Now let the juice hanging down their cheek. The man stains on his shirt. Because it's real good when you're in the moment. Ain't no worries when you're in the moment. You can have a whole Kool-Aid stain on your shirt. You didn't see it. Because when a Kool-Aid spilled on your shirt, it's the past now. And so you got to tell a kid, tie your shoe, go change your shirt. Why? Because they don't see nothing that didn't happen right in that moment. They live in the moment. Their life is fulfilled until adults and, rules and things come interfering with that. But you learn from a child, if you can, by observation. They have no wandering mind syndrome yet. This comes when you get older. You start dwelling on the past, and then you start like, it forces you to go into the future. You're trying to run away from that past thoughts. If you was a whole bum in the past, I gotta stop using that word. I forgot y'all scholar. Some of y'all whole bums to yourself. Like, you a bum's bum to you. It's a secret though for everybody else. But when you hear it, you get mad. Say, fuck Silas, man. He a bum. Get lost and shit. You're like, you disturbed. You're a little upset. But, like I said, try to focus. Where was that? I lost my train of thought. Y'all make me laugh. It'd be funny. But, observe kids. They enjoy the fullness of the present moment. That's the hardest thing to do. Live in the moment and enjoy the moment. Like I said, adults pull for the future, pull for the past, and that they never enjoy the present moment. They're never able to make their life what they wanted because this is all done in the present. Meaning your present moment is going to make for your next moments. But if you're making your next moments off your past, then you're just making the past your present. Meaning you're bringing the past into your present. And that's what's going to make for the moments to come. That past. But then you have the present, and the present gonna make whatever it make. You get my point? Meaning y'all future mind gonna manifest its will. Y'all past mind gonna manifest its will. Present mind gonna manifest its will. But where are you is the question. You get it? Some of y'all in y'all past mind, it's gonna manifest its will. Meaning you gonna keep reliving the past. You say, damn, I can't seem to get my life together. You can. You just lost in the past. Like that. Some lost in the future. They keep daydreaming off into what they want to do and what they gonna do and who they gonna be, never dealing with the present moment, which is the making of that they want to be. And so in that, the present is robbed, and then 10 years later, they still, you get it? Some of y'all had dreams to be rappers at 20, at 35 years old, still with the same dream. It's because you lost in the future as opposed to focusing on the present. You want to be a rapper? Now deal with the present. Y'all deal with the parts of things y'all like to deal with. So I want to be a rapper, and then your mind going to the future of rap when you're like Jay-Z now. You're like, you sold millions of records already to yourself, and you're like, you're that dude. And so the present is robbed. Meaning there's no work really put in. Keep the mind on the present. Are y'all following this clear? I know as the days go by, y'all get dragged more into the stupidities of life. And so that's what these things is for. And so let me know if y'all grasping. I don't want to just ramble on. Y'all seem like a little dead in here. Life with Bad Kid. Phony. I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. They might not even be here no more. What is Zay? I'm just asking. What does Zay mean? Is that like a new way to say yeah? If so, please don't bring y'all strange things here. Meaning in the new times, y'all weird. Try not to get too weirded out here. Thank you, Melissa Morton, for letting me know you were live and you grasping. Whoever's gay in life, they're gay. In today's times, y'all like to make people and make the reality. And so you start there, you fake and phony when you gotta do that. A thing should be what it is. You get my point? In the daytimes, y'all have narratives and agendas where y'all try to make people fit into these strange, fraudulent things y'all got set up. If you got to do that, you what you seeking out. A person should just naturally be whatever you say, or naturally whatever you saying they are. They should be it. Meaning, if I accuse you with something, it's because you that. I don't accuse you, come to find out I'm wrong, and then try to make you that. So I don't look dumb, like I don't know what I be talking about. That's how y'all move today. Y'all speak too fast because y'all all online and goofed out, fucked up spirits. And so y'all looking for company, meaning misery loves company. And so y'all act as if y'all have to make people these evil things. And so that's what you do when you do that. Meaning you show where you are in life because misery likes company. Why y'all seeking out everyone to be fake, fraudulent, this negative thing or that negative thing? Why don't y'all let it just be? Like, if it is, it is. You shouldn't have to alter nothing in no way. You shouldn't have to force nothing in no way. It is what it is. Like that. Y'all live by the force. Meaning y'all making y'all own reality. But y'all gotta live that made up. You get my point? I live by false ideals, but y'all have to live by them. So I have fake friends, fake everything, but it's because of the false ideals y'all live by. So become mindful of these things. Peace and wisdom, K Flame said he just joining. I guess everybody else is dead. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. I don't want to waste the jewels. Rather give y'all whatever, you know. A lot of y'all have to be mindful of, you know, how low you let the mind sink into oblivion. YouTube's kid place. And so you want to be mindful of that if you're an adult. A lot of y'all be walking out talking YouTube minded. Wisdom ain't got nothing to do with YouTube. Wisdom ain't got nothing to do with knowledge and information. Wisdom just truth. And truth is within. So I say, join this religion. It's the truth and it's good. You get my point? You gonna go with it being truth and good if you a liar. Otherwise, you gonna want proof. Show me it's truth and good. That part. Everybody in the religion just somebody waiting on proofs. That part. But they speaking ahead though, like, no. My religion is truth, but it ain't been proven yet. You still waiting on that. You forgot that part? Meaning they don't even care about the proofs no more. This is when you lost in the lie, which is belief. Just believing is good enough. Starts from a kid. Y'all believe in Santa Claus. Makes no sense, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to in La La Land. This carries over to when y'all adults. Y'all belief systems, all of them that y'all have, they don't make no sense when you apply this one factor. When do it have to be proven truth? That part. These things is hundreds of years old. I mean, for hundreds of years, they haven't proven themselves. How does that happen? Before I was born, I'm 40, people was Christians and Muslims. 200 years ago, before any of us was born, people was these things. That meaning you could die generation after generation before any proof get proven to you about a thing, and you telling me you're not the stupidest fool in existence, then what is? I don't care if you in a religion. It's going to hurt a little bit. But if you ain't the stupidest person in life, then what would classify as? Because you have truth and proof, and then you have this thing called lie and belief. It don't have nothing to do with showing proofs or nothing. Ever. When does the proof come in? And I'm not talking about I had this magnificent experience where Jesus came. I don't want to hear none of this stupid stuff. Just on real grown up time. Because, when you're dealing with believers, liars, they're going to take you in the kid fairy tale land. They don't get, like, bro, I don't want to do that with you. You could do that with your own self, man. The little kid read Dr. Seuss, and he had a dream about night. You get it? The little kid seen a scary movie, then he had a whole dream about it. I don't care about what you put into your mind space that carry over while you sleep. I just want to know about the facts of things. And so you can ask any Christian, Muslim, anybody, tell them, say, man, oh, when do this thing got to prove itself? Like, when? It's been quite a while now. What's the date? I'm going to say the same thing they always said. No man knoweth. They okay. Sounds like a trick. Basically, I can't never get the truth according to you. If I ask for it, then you're going to say, no man knoweth. That's how Christianity and our religions work. I say, I don't get this part. It don't make sense. You don't have the mind of God. Why? You told me I was the son of God and God's going to save me, so I'm more important than this nigga. According to that shit. And so I don't get that. Don't make sense. Don't worry, you don't have the mind of God. God gonna die for me, so I'm better than this nigga. Don't get mad at me. This is y'all ego of y'all religion. Say God gonna come down here and die for us, and raise us from the dead and give us new life because we sinners, but we believe like that. And so this is not evil to y'all. It's not selfish when you think about it. Meaning, y'all have a whole religion where y'all believe that y'all better than God. And he gonna die for y'all. And save y'all. Because y'all sinners. And he perfect. And so he makes for the perfect trade. Like, we're gonna kill this God because he's perfect. We're all evil. His perfectness is going to wash us clean, though, so it doesn't matter. He can die. Fuck him. That's what y'all believe in. I didn't reword it in no way. We could play stupid games. He's playing, I'm not playing no way. You believe in that. That you a sinner and you going to wash off your sins in the blood and death of this God. Damn, I'm about to die. We're going to try to work this out. But I don't think it is. Can't reach. I guess I'll have to come back another time. But if you someone that fall in religion, use your mind a little bit. Get lost. I haven't said anything evil. Except the things that you don't like to hear about your religion, but I didn't say nothing evil. I didn't tell you to go worship the devil or do nothing stupid ever. Anything I ever told you was just and balanced. And so, go off your own narrative things. You get my point? But, if you know me in real life or you don't, you should have a brain to see that. And I don't do devilish things. I don't wear signs and symbols and crystals and everything pure with me. When y'all see me, there's that very little decoration on me. I keep everything as close to pure as possible. Y'all see me by the riverside, not in the clubs and the strip clubs. You get my point? And so, be mindful of those things. Meaning you ain't seen me in evil realms. I mean, you ain't never heard me telling you to do nothing evil. I just tell you to be balanced. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. So, worship the devil. Be mindful of these things if you want a religion. It ain't by chance. Like, it's not my opinion. I'm telling you. You do. But so grass. Running from self. It's like I explained in the beginning. And so rewind this, I'll come back from another camera. and get busy. Someone said, "You have helped me understand as so much today. You are an excellent teacher." Salam, shalom. Apply the wisdom to self, grow, become dependent, so you don't have to be dependent on outside forces, because they're going to lead you wherever you want to be, where you want to be. And so